Hey everyone, welcome to Vancouver Island Bushcraft. Hey, I was out at the bivouac this weekend and did an overnighter, and I did a small video on the Dragonfly gas stove. Here's the box right here. And I went to do the review and it kept failing on me. Now I had used it a couple times previously and it was fine. So basically I said this just failed and it's not a good stove. But I came home and I took it apart, and it turns out that this is the stove here, and it turns out that the little nozzle underneath this thing here had a piece of sand in it. So I took it off, blew it out, and started it up, and it worked fine. So the stove's not a fail. It was literally my fault, because instead of storing it in the bag that it comes with, I just took it out of the bag and put it in my backpack. Well, my backpack has debris in it, obviously, because I go places and there's little bits of dirt and sand. So one of them got into the vent, or into the hole, and stopped it from working properly. So stove is great, works good. I tried it last night and there was no problem with it whatsoever. So I'm going to pass you on to the actual review at the bivouac, because it's entertaining because it's not working properly. And just enjoy that. And I'll talk to you next time on Vancouver Island Bushcraft, and here we are. Just go ahead and enjoy this little snippet of my stove failing. Good morning, everyone. I'm at the bivouac. Spent the night last night, and it's about -1 right now. Really crisp, but very good. I slept really good. My sleeping bag, bivvy, wool blanket, and pad kept me really warm. I actually had to take it down in the middle of the night because I was so warm. I got the fire going here. That's all the firewood I got left from last night. Had a pretty good fire. But what I wanted to show you was a new stove I got. And I'm gonna make some coffee in the percolator. Getting the water out of the grail. That's of course purified water from the stream. I was watching a YouTube channel yesterday, day before yesterday, can't really remember now. And the guy's been doing bushcraft for a while, and he drinks right out of the stream. He said he's been drinking out of that stream since he was a kid, and he's never had any problems. Well, you know, that's all fine and dandy, but the issue, of course, is that if there's a dead deer upstream where somebody's done something with gasoline or diesel in the water, and it wasn't there yesterday but it's there today, then you know you're gonna get sick. I'm not sure what that guy's thinking. So anyway, the stove is called the Dragonfly. This is it right here. It kind of comes like this when you get it, and it just pops open. Nothing too crazy. What's neat about this stove, the reason why I got this stove is because it will burn any fuel that you have. Let's see, unleaded gas, kerosene, white gas, which is the Coleman gas, basically it's unleaded gas but clean, jet fuel, basically any fuel, this thing will burn. And you can, the thicker stuff like the kerosene and diesel and stuff like that, you pop this little guy off here, it's just kind of sitting on here, and there's a nozzle, and you put another nozzle in, it's got a bigger hole for the thicker stuff. But I'm going to use it for white gas only. But being a prepper like I am, I always have gas and kerosene and stuff around the house for emergencies, so it'd be nice to be able to use a stove, not use those these canisters here. I brought the little stove with me. I mean, this is handier, you know, because you have to prime this and everything. These are handier, but these are pretty expensive. So I'm gonna use this here. Now, I've used this a couple times already to make sure that, you know, while I'm doing this review, I don't look like an idiot. And one of the things that I found was, and I don't know if it's just me, but putting this on, I actually made little marks here and here, so that I always put it on like this. And I would do it, and then this would be like in the wrong spot, and then I'd move it around, and so anyway, now I have the marks, and I have it here, and I know now that it just goes around. And basically it just snaps snaps in. There's a little area here and this snaps in. Now I have to prime this about 20 times, just back and forth, about 20 times or so. And that's pretty much it. It's ready to go. Now, something that's a little bit different with this one here is, I'll make sure that's off. There's two buttons or knobs. There's one here and one here. So this one goes all the way on when you're ready to go. Make sure the other one's off, of course. And then you have to prime this with gas, and then it burns, gets this hot, and then it works properly. So let's see, is this lighter going to work? It's really cold out. Oh yeah, okay. So put a little bit of gas in here. And what it's doing is it's getting the little vent and everything warm. And then just before it goes out, you turn it on, and then it does its thing. It's really loud. That's one of the things with the Dragonfly. It's very, very loud. You're gonna basically not even be able to hear me talk almost when this thing's on full. But it'll get the coffee going really, really quickly. But again, I got white gas in here. I could have used unleaded. If I was stuck and I was with my truck, I could siphon gas out and have this this thing working. So I just wanted to give it a shot. I thought it was a really neat idea to have a stove that just burns any gas, which is pretty cool. My wife came down yesterday with me. She didn't stay overnight. She went home with a buddy of ours and shot the shotgun, and then she had some smokies and had a good time. I had some steak. It was about 8 or 9 o'clock at night when I had the steak, because I had eaten some smokies. Okay, so we're going to turn this on. Not quite ready yet. There we go. I'm going to turn it on full, and wait till you hear how loud this is. Isn't that crazy? That's loud. But boy, does it ever cook fast. Okay, so it's been boiling for a few seconds. I turned the GoPro off. I was going to wait till I got coffee and stuff, but something else I wanted to show you guys I got for Christmas from my daughter, which if you're watching, Sarah, thank you very much, is this little guy here. And it has some modes. Where is the switch? There it is. So it can go lower, it can go like really low. And it actually glows in the dark, which is nice. It's got a carabiner on the top and folds up. So really kind of a cool thing. I thought I'd give a shout out to Sarah for giving me that. Thanks, hon. That's a really cool item. I was using it last night and it worked really, really well. All right, let's see how this is doing here. It's just starting to percolate. I should probably do something with this fire. Not that I have a whole heck of a lot of wood to burn. Probably baton some wood and get that going a little bit. This is what it looks like underneath. It doesn't come with the bottle. You have to get that at Cabela's or whatever. They're not expensive. This is a 20 ounce. There's ones that are bigger, 30, and I think there's a 10 ounce as well. And has a cap when you're finished. Although you can keep this on. And oh, I guess I didn't prime it enough. I'll prime it again and get her going and talk to you. I thought it was primed enough from last night. You're supposed to do it about 25 times. And I just figured there'd be enough pressure. It looks like you have to do this every time you you cook. It's not enough pressure to not do it. So lesson learned. That's off. That's on. There we go. So it doesn't take much to reprime it. I only took a few seconds. But good to know, you have to do it each and every time. How we doing here? Yeah, she's percolating. There's coffee coming out of there. I'm drinking coffee in no time. We're gonna crank her. Oh, went out again. Alright, so it's all percolated. Now, this went out about 3 times, and I'm not sure why. It's pumped to the max, and I'll put it down. It's pumped to the max, and this is new, so it shouldn't be clogged. And I can hear the gas, and when I light it, I can hear the gas coming out. But it's not lighting. So, as a review, now I've used this twice so far and nothing was the matter. Everything worked fine. So for it to fail on its 3rd time, and this is full of gas for sure, this is pumped to the max. There really isn't anything that can go wrong really with this. So I would have to say this is a pretty good fail. When I take it home, I'm going to take it apart and see if there's something clogging the nozzle. That's a possibility. But I can hear it, and I'll be quiet so you guys can hear it too. Like, you can hear the gas coming out of there. So I'm not sure what the problem is. Fortunately enough, I got enough fire so that I have my coffee, which makes me very happy. That's pretty much all I care about. But yeah, I would have to say that you know, something like this shouldn't fail on its 3rd shot for sure. And if you're depending on this, that wouldn't be a good thing at all. So very concerning that didn't work. I'm glad it didn't work while it was on camera so you guys could see it. If you have any comments or suggestions as to why it's not working, if you guys have one of these, let me know, because these are supposed to be quite the product. They're supposed to be bulletproof. So let me know if I'm doing something wrong, that you happen to see that I'm doing something wrong. So I'm going to have my coffee and let this cool down and then take it apart. And then, yeah, that's just about it. So thank you for joining me. I didn't bring you over to the overnighter. I just wanted to relax and do my thing, and my wife was here and we were just having some fun. But I wanted to show you the stove. Hopefully I can get it going properly so that I have it, because it's a really neat concept to have any kind of gas as a stove. But yeah, didn't work so good this time. You guys take care. Thank you for subscribing. We have 780 subscribers, I think, now, which is great. And you guys take care, and I'll talk to you next time on Vancouver Island Bushcraft.